Hey everybody, CJWolfeDrums here. Last video we talked about the single stroke roll, and that's number one rudiment I think you should know. Number two rudiment you should know is the double stroke roll. So, double stroke roll, what is that? Well, double, 2 strokes per hand, right? Right, left, left. Okay, that turns into the long roll, turns into probably the most common drum roll you hear drummers use. Other than the single stroke roll, of course. Anyways, a lot of times when I tell, when I was teaching all the time, I taught for like 12 years, like 20 to 30 students a week sometimes, at certain portions during those years. Anyways, a lot of times I'd like a student would come in, I'm like, all right, let me hear your double stroke roll. Because, right, that's like kind of the first thing you check. You check their single stroke roll, you check their double stroke roll, see if they can do a buzz roll, those sort of things, right? Just like the drummy technique sort of things. So usually what happens every time I tell or ask a student to perform a double stroke roll, it'll be something like this. Right? It'll be like they're like pinching like the stick like here, like all the fingers are like out like this or like away from the stick, you know what I mean? And it's like letting it willy-nilly bounce. Okay? That's not it. That's not how you want to play a double stroke roll. You're not in control. You're only going to be able to do that, but so fast, it's not going to sound good. It's going to sound sloppy. The second note is always cheated, or not as strong as the first. So, great way to counteract that is when you're practicing double stroke roll, is purposely accent the first note, so like this, and then don't bring that stick back up. Come from a full stroke, catch it, and do a tap, right? Same with the other hand. Tap, right? So then, and this is naturally what we do with a double stroke roll, but we're controlling every stroke here, right? Right, see how if someone does this and just lets the stick bounce, it's like you hear that first one and then the second one's a lot quieter. So here we're doing it on purpose, but we're controlling it, right? And then on the, right, full stroke, catch, tap, pull it up, right? Almost like it's hot. Pull it up like it's hot. All right? So then you just kind of speed that up. Right? And these exercises I'm about to show you, these aren't really about speed. This is more about control. Really, it's always about control. And then as you have control and relaxation, then you start to speed it up. You have the rest of your life to make these things fast. But control them first. Be relaxed first. All right, then, so that's one way. Then the other way is to accent the second note, right? So have the first stroke be the tap. So in that case, we're doing the tap, then we pull up to a full stroke. All right, and then we control that one. All right, and you do those back and forth. All right, so that's by purposely making the second note the accent. That's gonna help even out your double stroke rolls and make them cleaner, more solid, just more even. Really, I mean, anytime we do rolls, I mean that's really the goal of whether it be whatever kind of roll you're doing, or if you're doing a rudiment so fast that it sounds like a roll. Ultimately, it's all about it being even and clear. So. Anyway, so once you do that, to kind of like counteract the second of the double stroke being neglected, then you can just do something where you're like shifting gears. So like one of the first double stroke roll exercises I always do with students is 8th notes and then 16th notes. So just something like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3. Right, and then always, that one doesn't alternate. You can do some other exercises that will alternate it, but always start. These videos might seem kind of short, and I'm kind of like blowing through stuff, but if you have questions, put them in the comments. I'm not hard to find. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Really, those are only 3 that I really mess with. But hit me up. Like I love talking about drums. So any questions? you know, I'd love to help you out and answer your questions. And yeah, follow me for more tips, tricks, and ways to get out of homework. Peace.